I'm going to use 3 eyebrow products just because I want to feel extra. First, using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil and just lining on the edges. My lips are getting plump. Next, I'm taking this shade from the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. I'm just filling in my eyebrows. Don't worry if it's looking too much. When you apply eyeshadow, it's gonna tone down. Now I'm using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This shade is a bit light, so it's gonna make my eyebrows a bit fika and also set them. So my eyebrows are done. Let's move on to the eyeshadow. For the first shade, I'm using this shade called Sandalwood from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette, and dust off the excess. You always dust off the excess, especially if you have done your full face of makeup and you're going to do a heavy eye makeup. If your eye makeup is very heavy and it includes glitter and there's going to be a lot of fallout, you can do it before doing your base makeup. I did my base makeup before because I'm just used to that. Look down in the mirror like this and applying it in the crease, like right above, focusing the most on the ends and then slowly blending inwards. Don't do this, okay? Just look up and do this, because if you do this, then your foundation concealer is gonna crease. And also don't apply makeup here because you wanna cover that entire area. You wanna make use of that. As usual, I'm going to apply it under my eyes as well at the same time and connect these two. Take your time to blend your crease shadows. For my next shade, I'm using the shade called Henna. Again, tap off the excess. Applying it slightly underneath that sandalwood shade. And again, following the same steps. Focusing the most on the ends and then blending it inwards. And this time, I'm also blending a little bit on my outer corner. I'm using both circular and windshield wiper motions, both. Like circular here, and as I go inside, it's more like windshield wiper. Actually a mixture of both. It's just random. I don't think about it. It just comes naturally. And when there's nothing on the brush, I am blending the edges so that there are no harsh lines. Next, I'm using this shade called Cocoa and using this tiny brush. This is the Pack 289. It's kind of flat, but the edges are fluffy, so it's perfect for what I'm gonna do now. I'm just taking the Cocoa shade on the edges, tap off the excess and look down again and just define my crease, just drawing a line so that there's some kind of shadow there and focusing the most on the ends, and as the product becomes lesser on the brush, going inside and slightly blending it. When there is no product left on the brush, blending these two colors together so that there are no harsh lines. Next, I'm using this Oud shade from the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. And using the same brush again, I'm going to dab it in my outer corner. Just blend it in circular motions. I'm going to take a little bit of Manicure just to add a hint of pink on top of it. Now taking this fluffy brush again, there's nothing on it, okay? And just lightly blend everything. Not too much because I don't want to mix everything up, but just so that there are no harsh lines. Slightly going over everything. Feathery touch, feathery touch. And after each step, you want to just look in the mirror, focus on your eyes and see if you need any fixes. Just compare the two eyes because so many times the two eyes look very different, and just fix it accordingly after each step, okay? Now I'm taking this dark brown shade, the same shade which I used for my eyebrows. Again taking the same brush and slowly dabbing right above my eyelashes and slowly blend upwards. When you're playing with dark shades, take very little at first because it gets difficult to blend later. Just flicking it upwards, okay? I'm not using blacks because I don't want to take any risk. Doing this just adds that little bit something and makes your eyes stand out. By mistake, I applied too much of that dark brown shade here, so don't worry. Just taking that sandalwood shade again, just trying to fix it. Actually, it's not an issue because I'm going to apply shimmer on top of it anyways, so that's fine. Now for under my eyes, using that Man-Eater shade again. Using basically all the shades I used on my eyes. While doing this, also tap off the excess, especially if you are wearing lenses, because the powder just flies into your eyes and then lenses irritate you. It's happened to me a lot of times, that's why I'm telling you. Now using the shade Cocoa I'm using this dark brown shade and applying it very close to the lower waterline, okay, very close. I'm applying it only using the edge, but while blending I'm making use of the whole brush like so. Now using the fluffy brush and taking the henna shade and now blending it slightly underneath all the darkness. Don't do this with darker shades if you don't want to become a panda. Now taking the sandalwood shade and going even more down. I know it looks scary, but nothing happens as long as you're taking a very light shade. If the shadows go outside, just take a little powder and apply it there. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand. Just putting it on the back of my hand. Taking very little, okay? Using this flat brush. Taking barely anything on it. I don't want to do like too much in your face cut crease, but I just want a little bit of definition. So as you can see, it made a huge difference. Like it just opened up my eyes. And I'm just dabbing it till the wetness is completely gone. It is sticky though, because it's good to have sticky base to apply shimmers, but it's not wet, you know, like I don't want it to go all over the place and look creasy. Next I'm using this sponge tip applicator. I know we don't tend to use it, but I've noticed that really applies the shimmers very well. Using this shade called Moon Dust. You can even take a flat brush for this and apply it wherever I've applied that concealer, okay? I'm dabbing it. To get that edges properly, I'm using this flat brush. I'm also using my fingers just to add that. For my brow bone. This is such a beautiful shade. I don't know why I don't use it more often. I use this shade just for that brightness, because if I directly go in with the shimmer I am going to use now, it just looks a bit dark. It doesn't give that brightness which I want. So that's why I've applied it as a base. On top of that, using the shade called Pink Diamond. Again using that sponge tip. Apply it on top of that. I'm not applying it perfectly, like I'm not trying to cover the entire thing. Just add on top. Now I'm going to take this rose gold shade using my fingers and applying it mostly in the center. I'm not going all the way now. Just dab it. I want the center to look quite bright, and as it goes outwards, it becomes more pink and then brown. Now what I'm going to do is, using my clean finger, tap the edge so that there's no harsh line. See that harsh line over there? I'm using this shade called Henna, using my finger only. Remove a bit of it, just don't want too much. And on top of that, stab. Only on the edge, okay? Now I'm just staring at myself in the mirror and see where I can fix more things, where it can be more perfect. I do have a bit of fallout, so I'm just using this brush. Just flick it outwards. That's why make sure to powder your face before, because if you haven't powdered and this is still sticky with the concealer and foundation, you won't be able to do this. With the powder it becomes easy. I think I need more blending under my eyes. Now what I'm gonna do is, I don't want too much glitter, but I just want a tiny bit of something sparkly, okay? So using this pink glitter from the Huda Beauty Nude palette, just take a tiniest bit, okay? Just this much. I just want a little bit of sparkle, okay? Just a little bit. And applying it in the center, okay? See, there's barely anything there, but it just adds a bit of shine. So when you just move a little bit and close your eyes, you're gonna get a hint of glitter, but no one will be able to see there's glitter on your eyes. They'll be wondering, is there glitter or is there not glitter? So that was the arm makeup. Oh, I almost forgot. So I'm using this Moon Dust shade again and applying it in my inner corner and also a bit here. Arm, legs, cramp. That's not it. I'm using my usual inner corner shade. This thing on top of that. This shade from the Smoky Obsessions palette. These two are the only shades I use the most, like this one especially. Applying it on top of that. This is like the best shade I've ever used, like for the inner corner, because it really pops. I don't use it on my eyelids much because I don't want ekdam se popping eyelids, but this is perfect for inner corner highlights and brow bone highlights. Also going a bit on my eyelids, okay? Just in the corner. Also on my brow bone. Now I'm going to tightline my upper waterline, okay? I was confused between these two kajals, the Plum one and the K-Beauty one, because they both are quite similar. And I wanted a kajal which does not smudge at all, because I wanted it only on my upper waterline. I don't want it to come down on my lower waterline. So I tested both of them, swatched both of these on my hand, and I let it dry for some time. And then I just did this, like I tried to smudge it as much as possible. And the K-Beauty one did not smudge at all, you guys, like not even a bit. This one did move a little bit, but this was quite competitive, so I wanted to use the best, so I'm using the K-Beauty one. This is like a gel eyeliner in a pencil form. Applying it on my upper waterline. There's glitter on my lenses, I'm not able to remove it. And I'm using this nude kajal by Wet n Wild, applying it on my lower waterline. My eye always waters while applying. Just not used to this. There was a time when I used to apply kajal every single day. Now I'm gonna apply the Huda Beauty Samantha lashes and be right back. I really don't want to show it on camera because it's a whole process. Applying lashes is not easy. I have a separate video on that if you're interested. I just like to give a tip for applying. Let the glue dry a lot, okay? Let it become completely tacky. I would recommend to wait a minute, at least a minute, okay? The more you wait, the better it's gonna be. Like, it's not gonna be messy. But don't wait like for hours also, so that it becomes completely dry. But yeah, wait. So yeah, I'll be right back. I forgot to apply mascara. So first I'm going to curl my lashes very carefully, trying not to touch my eyeshadow, okay? Because otherwise my lashes are like too much down. If your lashes are naturally curly, you don't need to do this. If they are too curly, you might need to straight them down, like use it ulta so that they are down. Okay, I forgot to press record. I used this mascara, Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Applied very few coats. You don't need a lot if you're going to be applying falsies. Just apply a little bit just to cover them up, like to make them look black, and so that it blends properly with the lashes. Finally done with my lashes. I get so scared while applying lashes, and I feel eyeliners look so beautiful on some people when they apply false eyelashes, but I don't enjoy doing eyeliners. They don't always pass for me. They fail a lot of times, so I don't want to take any risk. And also I don't enjoy doing them, so I want to tell you that while applying my mascara on my lower lashes. You don't have to do what other brides are doing. Just do what you like and what you're comfortable in doing. If you're doing your own makeup, do what you're used to doing. Don't try to experiment new just because it's in trend or just because other brides are doing it. Oh shit, put mascara on my nose. If you want to try anything new, you can practice it beforehand, get used to it, and then do that if you're going to be doing your own makeup. While applying mascara on your lower lashes, always remove the extra mascara, okay? Especially from the tip, because it's very easy to make it clumpy. I tend to use the tip only the most, but I make sure to remove the mascara from it so that it barely has it. And if you do get mascara like this, let it dry completely, okay, before touching it. Also, if you see any spots between your eyelashes and your lids, you can use an eyeliner and cover it up. This eyeliner is really good, like it's very pointy, so it gets easy to do that. So I'm going to very carefully put dots, okay? I can't even put it properly because there's no place, but I'm just putting dots wherever there's some space. Now I'm going to contour my face a little bit using the Bahama Mama bronzer. First just dab it lightly, and then in circular motions I'm going to blend it upwards. Also applying it on my forehead and blending in circular motions. Also on my jawline. Now I feel this must have dried, so just gonna take my Q-tip. I'm using the same brush which I used to blend my contour, remember? Using the same brush and contouring my nose again. So that's not it. I'm also going to be using Hoola bronzer. So the Bahama Mama bronzer is a bit cool. I mean, it's a mix of both, but it's a bit on the cool side more than the Hoola bronzer. That's why I first used it to kind of contour. And just to add a little bit of warmth, I'm using the Hoola bronzer, applying on top of it. Circular motions. And again using this brush for my nose. Using this Fit Me blush in the shade Rose. You know, I want to use the K Beauty blush. I do have 4 blushes. I got it in PR, but it's in Mumbai. And my mom will be bringing it during the reception, so I'll be using that. I'll be testing it out first how it works because I've never used it, so I'll just see which shade to use and I'll use that mostly. If it doesn't work, then I have a backup Fit Me blush. And on the apples of my cheeks. Since I'm using the same brush which I used for my bronzer, I need to clean it before using the brush, like at least with some tissue. Just wipe it. I forgot to do that. In case you are doing the same, just clean it before. If you don't want your blush to look muddy, bit on my nose, bit on my forehead, like ekdam se kam, and on my chin. Using this Becca powder. This is a translucent powder. This is a sample. I had got it for free as a sample. Taking some powder on my beauty blender and just carve out the contour. Also applying it under my eyes because I want it to be brightened even though it doesn't have any coverage. Right underneath that contour, just to clean up the edges. Just clean the edges. You can wait for some time, maybe a few seconds or a few minutes, and dust it off. Now I'm gonna take a lunch break and be right back and do the rest of the makeup. Only highlighter and lipstick is pending, so I'll do that after lunch. I'm back. My nose watered a lot. Happens a lot of times, even if there's little bit of spiciness in the food. I like spicy, don't get me wrong, but my nose can't take it. So this is gone. So I'm just going to apply a bit of concealer. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Honey. I'm just showing you this. It's still spicy, bro. So that in case you do get slight patchiness anywhere or something like this happens, you can always touch it up. I could have just used powder, but since the whole thing was only gone, I have to use thoda concealer or foundation also you can use. I'm going to take a bit of Fit Me loose powder in the shade Light Medium. Now this is similar to my skin tone, that's why I'm using it. I'm going to use the NYX Dewy Setting Spray and spritz on this side. This is so that the highlighter application is better. I also spritz a little bit in the center of my face, but mostly on the sides. I'm going to let it dry. It gives nice dewiness, as you can see. I'm going to use the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Oh Darling. Using this NYX brush, applying it on the highest points. A little bit on my forehead. A little bit on my cheeks as well. If you have a lot of texture here, a lot of tiny bumps, then avoid applying it on your cheeks because it's going to emphasize that. In that case, you can just focus the highlighter on the sides. I do have tiny bumps in the center and I'm hoping they'll be gone by next week because I enjoy applying highlighter on my cheeks. So please pray for me. I mean, by the time you're watching, my reception's already done. But still. Next I'm going to use this fan brush and Becca highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop and using it on top of it. I saw you in this mirror. You can't be seen in camera. My husband is standing behind, but you can't see. I'm going to apply a little bit of highlighter here. I really love applying highlighter here. Now for the lipstick, I'm going to mix a lot of shades to get the shade I want. First, I'm going to line my lips with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Soul. I'm back again. So my card had got full. I had to transfer everything and format my card and come back. My lip balm bilkul chala gaya. My lips are dry again. But that's because I went for lunch and everything. I'm not gonna fill in my entire lip like I do usually because I want my lips to breathe under all those layers of lipstick. I'm gonna use this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Pathfinder. This is a nice pink shade and similar to the shade I'm looking for. And I'm using this because I want the lipstick to be long lasting. This is very long lasting. I'm going to apply very little of it because it does make lips dry. Just a thin layer of it. For my next lipstick, using the NYX Lingerie Push Up in the shade Seduction and applying it on the sides of my lips. This is a warm nude color, so just to add a bit of brown warmth. Now, for the next lipstick and the main lipstick, using the MAC All Fired Up. This was my first MAC lipstick, okay? Even my first high-end lipstick was this one. It was gifted by Saish. This was the only makeup item gifted by him. I applied it all over my lip. Since it's been long, my blush is fading away. Like you can barely see my blush, so I'm just gonna add more. Now finally, I'm going to spray my face with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. Taking the champagne pop again and applying it on my shoulders. That strobe cream is gone because it's been a while since I applied it. It's better to apply this while that strobe cream is damp so that it sticks better. This highlighter is stunning. Now I'm gonna wear my lehenga ka blouse and be right back. This is my lehenga blouse. It's so beautiful. I'm also going to try on the jewelry just to see how it looks and ignore my hair. My hairstyle isn't done. I've called a hairstylist for my hairstyle. This is my choker. It's so pretty. Oh my god. I'm loving my makeup currently. So my hairstyle is similar. I mean, I'm planning to do something like this, but it won't be my natural curls. It will be blow dried. Yeah, maybe I'll lose like half up, half down. Probably. I don't know. I'll see. I'll check some more Pinterest pictures and see what I vibe with. How does this look? Oh my god. I got so many Mang Tikkas because I wasn't sure which one I like. So I bought 4 of them. There's this one also. I'm confused. This one is too small. No, it's looking too golden. I think this looks better. For the earrings, I actually got these ones because they look similar. But I feel this is too much. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to pull off this look. So I think I'm gonna go with these. Without Mang Tikka, I look like the bride's sister who everyone wants to get married to. When I wear this, I become the bride. I'm still confused. I think I'll just ask everyone else. But I'm sure everyone else is gonna like this. But my instinct says to go with this. Then everything has pearls if I wear this.